One day, a young girl named Ashley receives a letter from the father she thought had passed away. Seeking answers, she sets off for the solitary Blood Edward Island in search of him.
Available for a demo finally. Another code is coming to the Nintendo Switch on January 19th. You just might want to keep in mind, Recollection over here is actually a mixed Nintendo Switch version of the two Another Code Nintendo DS and Wii original games, going by Two Memories and Journey into Lost Memories. Now both of these games are narrative puzzle adventures that will eventually take you down $50 on launch.
It's a mysterious boy. What truths await Ashley in this place?
And no matter how hard I try, I can't remember Dad's face. Who are you?
The sequel, Another Code R, Journey into Lost Memories, previously unreleased in North America, is also included.
So this is like Juliet, huh?
Play both games to experience the full story. Unravel both adventures, fully enhanced for Nintendo Switch, when Another Code...
Hassan has been kidnapped.
Take the lead, Sargon.
You are to leave for Mount Carth at once. Bring him back. Bring back my son.
Time no longer flows like a river.
Ubisoft finally took it upon themselves to come out with a release date on the new Prince of Persia, which have been cooking for like the entire year. The game is now coming to every single platform on January 18 next year. The game is an actual two-dimensional style with 3D made, action-oriented Metroidvania like the famous Bloodstain, just bigger in name. It's a Ubisoft original and will eventually take you down over $50 US.
The Immortals have failed. Varum is driving a wedge between us.
Sargon, the betrayer!
We took you in and shaped you into an immortal. You turned against us.
I never wanted this fight.
Are you courageous enough and clever enough to save your friend?
I'll do whatever it takes.
Star Games has finally decided to bring ChuChu Charles to the hybrid console as well in January next year. Formerly the game was just a PC exclusive, but after months of wait, the sole developers decided to bring it on the Nintendo Switch and possibly other consoles as well. It's a open world survival horror shooter, which is new to, that incorporates RPG strategy, FPS and even puzzle game elements all together.
You know, if you actually want to win this fight, you'll need some serious firepower.
Now that you have those rockets and my launcher, all you need is a target.
Unless you want that train of yours to end up in my junkyard, you better get some upgrades.
We be pirates, we love to sail the seven seas. Just a bunch of scallywags who are as free can be. We swim through storms and waves.
Coming up at number 4, we've got Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. Basically a spin-off from Capcom's main Phoenix Wright series of legal games. This time, Apollo Justice follows the amateur lawyer as he takes on impossible cases. Ace Attorney Trilogy will be released on January 25 on the Nintendo Switch and other consoles as well, with all DLCs released.
Let's take a breather.
Oh, okay.
Available on Steam, PlayStation and also Xbox consoles as well for over a year now. Number 5, we have Dread Out 2. It's a third-person horror adventure that draws inspiration from the Indonesian folklore, in which you play as a high school student with a supernatural power, that is, seeing ghosts. Here's a trailer. This survival horror sequel is finally coming out to the Nintendo Switch on January 18 next year.
Becoming more like me, Linda.
Ooh, sunlight isn't easy on the eyes.
In case you missed out on the trailer, number 6 we have Neptunia Sisters vs Sisters, which is the newest entry of a long-running series of anime-style action RPGs that's now said to be coming out for PCs, PlayStation and also the Nintendo Switch on January 24. This is a spin-off RPG in the Hyperdimension Neptunia series that was first released on PCs about a year and a half, and this is how it looks. Speaking of sisters, On the Night in Birth series is a sequel in the making too, going by Sis Celis, which is coming to the PCs, Switch and the PlayStation consoles as well on January 25 next year. This is actually the work of the famous developers Arc System Works, bringing 3 additional characters, completely redesigned visuals, new moves, new battle systems and of course better graphics.
この時はようやく始まるんだ。さあ行こうか。最後の夜の始まりへと。君がこの場に不釣り合い、容赦なく体を蝕むだ。僕はようやく許される。こんなに嬉しいことなどない。
Number 8, we've got over here once again Esport. This pixel art gem has a DLC on the way too, coming out by the end of the year, going by the name Octopia. Octopia basically promises farming sim components, this time like socializing, cooking, in addition to a bunch of new characters and a new story. Check it out, the game is coming to PC, Switch, and other consoles as well. No longer within 2023, but on January 31st next year. Moving on to number 9, we have a sequel to the best action-adventure game in the list here, maybe The Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. Now the story this time is a bit inspired by the Mafia, the Grand Theft Auto games, and a lot more action. If you're looking for a casual platformer with a lot of heists and a little bit of comedy, this game is coming out on January 18 next year. Sitting on Steam with the most positive scores in the list, at number 10 we have Leica. This is a Western-inspired Metroidvania set in this post-apocalyptic wasteland about a mother coyote warrior who goes on an endless journey of vengeance to take back what her people has lost. This game is coming to the Nintendo Switch with overhauled gameplay on January 11 next year. Check it out in case you missed it.
There's nothing else to do. There's nowhere else to go. There's nothing
Moving on is once again the Top Racer collection. This is basically a remade version of the 16-bit racing entry featuring the old Top Racer, Top Racer 2, and also the Top Racer 3000, along with new exclusive content and online features. In case you didn't know, these games were released on the Super Nintendo consoles more than 30 years ago, and they were some of the most well-received racing games of their time. And last but not least, available on PCs for almost 4 years now, finally coming to the Bit console January 18 next year. We've got here Rising Lords. This is a medieval turn-based strategy game with card and board game elements in which your job is to send troops to fight and die in your name. Forge weapons, rise armies, and build mighty cities as you go. Check it out in case you missed it.